Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here I wanted to bring you guys a quick video on how to make your own Pico De Gallo. I am getting ready to make some tacos, and so I wanted my own pico, and this is what I have for you guys. I am showing you my ingredients here, which I have Roma tomatoes, some cilantro, some serrano peppers. I have my lime, and I have my red onion. So I'm getting ready to chop up all of my vegetables. I am going to start with my Roma tomato. I am just looking for a bowl because what you want to do is get all of the juice out of the Roma tomato because you don't want any extra juice in your pico. The only juice you want in your pico is your lime juice. So what you want to do is just make sure you scoop all of that out of your tomatoes when you're cutting them up. Just stick your finger in there like I did and just kind of scoop it out. And then I'm just going to chop my tomatoes up really well, and diced, because we've seen pico in restaurants, so you know what size to kind of make your tomatoes. I mean, it's up to you. You can make them as big or as, small chunks as you want, but I like mine to be kind of small because I'm going to put it on my taco. So, but yeah, here I am just going to finish cutting up and scooping out the liquid in my tomatoes. And then I am going to move on to my other vegetables. If you don't want that white stuff in the middle of the tomato, you can always pull that out also. It doesn't bother me. To me, it just adds a little bit more, I don't know, tomato something. I don't know, who knows. Anyway, I just cut it up also. But you can scoop it out if you don't want it in there. So we're at the end of the tomatoes, dicing those up really well. And then we're going to move on. Just showing you the tomatoes, how they look chopped up here. Now we're going to move on to our serrano peppers. Now, on the serrano peppers, the seeds in the inside are what makes your peppers hot. So it's up to you how hot you want your peppers or your pico to be. You can choose to leave those peppers or seeds in there, or you can take them out. I am kind of going to do every other one. Some I'm going to leave the seeds and some I'm going to take them out because I want a little heat. Just a little bit of kick in there, okay? So now I'm just going to try and cut me some thin slices and then chop my serranos up into little bit-sized pieces. So when you're eating the pico, nobody bites down on a big chunk or hunk of serrano pepper, especially if it still has the seeds in it, because it's going to be hot and you going to be hollering. So we're just going to cut up the rest of these peppers. And that white stuff in there is sort of the membrane, which is also kind of hot. So if you want to just clean it completely and only have green, make sure you do that if you're trying to dumb down the heat in it also. Like I said, I left a couple of seeds and I left a little of the membrane. Here we're going to cut up our red onion. I don't know many people who use white onion in their pico. I'm sure you can. To me, the red onion, I guess it's a milder flavor, and it helps it taste, more palatable. So I cut up and use red onion in my pico. I think it gives it more color, definitely, because that look pretty, don't it? But anyway, so now we're moving on to our cilantro, and I am just going to cut up some cilantro here. I cut up a little bit more than I showed you, but I just wanted to kind of shorten the video so you didn't have to watch me cut all of it. And now I am going to squeeze the juice from my lime. I actually used 1.5 lime. It depends on how much juice you want in your pico. I like to kind of have a little juice slide down, whatever I'm using, whether it's a chip or a taco or whatever. So I use 1.5. And then a lot of people who make pico may not add salt, or am I confusing this with salt in the avocado? Maybe so. But anyway, I put a little salt in mine, and then I just mix it up really, really well. And that's pretty much, there's your pico. See how easy that is? So I wanted to come on here and show you guys how easy it was to make this. I'm just tasting it here to see if I need a little bit more salt or a little bit more lime. And so here I am cutting up my other half a lime. And like I said, I just used that. If you want it to be drier, you don't have to use but a half a lime. So there's my pico. Hope you guys, try this recipe. It is really good. I'm going to top this and put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use. I'm going to clean up my mess here. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And leave me a comment on if you think this was a good recipe. And have a good night.